So by the time this episode is out,
that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. On this particular day, me and Rowan went there, doing something that we're not supposed to be doing. Don't let your imagination run away. It's not too bad, but yeah.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
He looks at the back wheel, and I'll never forget the look on his face, man. His eyes widened like this, and I was like, "Yeah, we're in for it today." She's a bit distracting over there. I'm gonna need you to get behind the bottle or something. Okay. But hi everyone, welcome to P2 Podcast. See, you said I said podcast. It's not a good start, Greg. That's a shaky start, man.
Okay, cool.
I think you should do it.
Yeah, you guys like saying P2 podcast, but we're gonna let it slide for now.
P squared.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
You know what it means when they say get lost in the sauce. Oh, I got lost in the sauce when I got to uni.
Yeah, boy.
You're gonna have to apply yourself. You can enjoy uni. You can still go out.
Yeah.
You can still have social times, but your work and your studies are gonna come first. You're gonna have to sacrifice a lot, and yeah, I think since then my mindset completely shifted.
Yeah.
You need to start trusting yourself more and trusting how smart you are. You're actually much smarter than you think you are, right? And those words really stuck with me to the point where I really started applying myself at school and started seeing the results. So grade 7, I was one of the top students in the class. Actually ended the year like that.
Hi guys, welcome to P Squared Podcast. Today I have Cayghan Douglas. Munir, welcome to P Squared Podcast.
Thanks for having me, man.
Cheers. So we're gonna start first with our moments game, and just gonna pick like 2 cards.
Two?
Yeah. And just randomly and give them to me. Don't look at them.
Let's go this one.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So the first one, at what age do you think people can fall in love? At what age should people marry? And when are you getting married?
That last one wasn't part of it, was it? At what age can you fall in love?
Yeah.
I don't want to put a number on it, man, but I'm going to put a number on it. I would say after maybe 13. I would say once your puberty starts hitting.
Okay.
Or when you start understanding your feelings a bit more. Because otherwise, I could tell you right now, I've been in love when I was 6 years old, man. I don't think that's... You don't understand your feelings when you're that age. So
at that age, you're getting controlled by your feelings and you're at 30.
Yeah.
You go with the wind.
Yeah, exactly.
So the right age is the legal age of drinking.
Well, is that a question?
No, I'm just saying. Like, is it like?
Do you want to know when I started drinking or what the legal age is? Because the legal age is 18.
Yeah, I'm saying like the right age to fall in love is like the legal age for drinking. So at 18, you should start falling in love around there.
Yeah, okay. Let's do 18.
So 18.
Marriage, I don't think there's a number on that. I think if you're ready and you're in a place financially, spiritually, emotionally to get married, then I think you should go for it. Because I know some people that get married at like 19, 20, and then you get people that get married in like the early 30s, much later on. But yeah, when you're ready and your partner's ready, then why not?
Yeah, the last one.
The last one, I'm gonna go next question.
No, that was the last one. That's the last one. When are you getting married?
Yeah. Next question, we'll skip that one for now. We'll circle back to it.
The thing is, you answered with the second one, so you have to make sure you link it like, hey, which one are you not ready on? But anyway.
Financially, man, I'm broke.
You're broke?
Yeah, I'm broke.
The man is plus suck. Okay, you are not broke. you're not broke. People go to home affairs, bro. Don't play
Bruh?
games.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that one.
know
Home
what?
Affairs, sign the
You know what?
document.
You'll be
Go on
you'll be
honeymoon.
my witness, and I'll be your witness. Next year. Yeah. Okay, let's keep it right there because you'll be single after this. Last one. Come on, why do you? I keep getting this question again. If we could go anywhere you wanted on vacation, where would you choose? Why?
I think you already know this answer, man. 100% New Zealand. I love the people. I love the culture. It's a beautiful place from the photos I've seen. And it's one of my dreams to actually go watch the All Blacks play in New Zealand.
In New Zealand.
Yeah, that's really something I want to experience. Because every time I watch them play in South Africa, it's a nice experience, but it's also very uncomfortable. Because you're surrounded by the enemy, you know? So, yeah, that's definitely on the bucket list.
Okay. Not gonna say anything.
You didn't like that answer.
No, I'm not gonna say it's your answer. I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, so I just had a chat with Mina Janssen. We gave me some inside info. Anything you would like to
Disclose.
out before I?
I'm gonna trust him on this one, man. Hopefully he didn't say anything too bad.
Too bad.
Yeah.
What is the worst thing that he could have said?
Oof. There's a lot, man. He's one of the guys that know me the best. He knows my deepest and darkest secrets, you know, so yeah, you could expose me if you wanted to.
Yeah. Actually, we kept it mild. So we're like, okay, for now, let's keep it right here. So you mentioned like most of the things that he likes doing with you, like from young age, you guys will just like drive around and just having like meaningful conversation with you and all that. And then he was like you like stressing a lot about things. One time you guys went to the flay and then you got stuck.
Oh my God.
The car got stuck in the mud.
Oh,
it
bro.
was a play of mud, one of the two, yeah.
So that day we went for one of our drives. I think this was actually during like COVID times. So obviously social distancing was a thing. Weren't really seeing people. So our way of sort of getting out was just going for a small drive.
Yeah.
And this particular day, so the flay is this area where people used to go and brine stuff. So on this particular day, me and Rowan went there, doing something that we're not supposed to be doing. Don't let your imagination run away. It's not too bad, but yeah. And once we got ready to leave, when I tried to pull away, the back wheels just kept spinning. So I was the one that immediately started panicking because I'm thinking, this is like, we in for it now. And he was the one that was like, nah, man, it's not that deep. We'll figure it out. Let me get out of the car and then I'll guide you out. So he gets out. Mind you, I haven't seen how deep we stuck yet, right?
Back, yeah.
He gets out and as I try to move the car, he looks at the back wheel and I'll never forget the look on his face, man. His eyes widened like this and I was like, yeah, we're in for it today. And I'm just thinking, look, if I phone my dad, the first question is going to be, what were you guys doing over here? Like, what were you guys busy with? And I couldn't come up with any good answers for why we would go park the car there. And so luckily I found one of my friends who's a policeman. And I guess his clutch control was a lot better than mine. So he managed to get the car out and that could remain a secret between us.
The man was telling me like, this man stresses very easily. So it was one of those moments like you guys said. Now, then tell me. Let me check your house then first. Okay, fine. Are you still a Spider-Man fan?
Oh man, he really gave you everything, huh?
like your whole like a whole room was like decorated like with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. I even had the suit, man.
Yeah. He told me you guys like one time, I think it was one of the holidays, but one time you wear the whole suit and everything. And you go like just above your roof there.
Oh, but I was the best climber, man. So I guess it was fitting that I was a Spider-Man fan because we had all these massive trees in our backyard.
Yeah.
And I always used to climb them just for the sake of climbing. You know, it's a miracle that I didn't break anything yet because I always managed to make it down safely. But I used to give my mom heart attacks because she would come outside and catch me in one of the trees. Yeah, but yeah, man, I used to love Spider-Man. I used to wear the suit underneath my clothes, you know, and then pretend like I need to go save someone and do the whole undressing thing. Not as smooth as it is.
So you will come with your...
Yeah, man, I was a massive Spider-Man fan. Still am. Still love Spidey. Yeah.
Spidey, you check out the movies and everything and stay updated.
Of course. It's a new one coming out as well. Mad excited for that one.
Okay, yeah, don't do that. Then, yeah, you had earlier. I don't do cartoons.
Oh yeah, yeah. We need to educate you, man.
Nah.
Some good ones out there.
Yeah, they mentioned like you guys like used to play like PlayStation and stuff. Then which one did you have?
Games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had quite a few, man. But the main one that we used to like spend a lot of late nights playing was Rugby 08.
Okay.
Absolutely legendary game. I think, I don't know who's going to be watching this, but I feel like there's going to be a few people that can attest to that. And then FIFA. FIFA was also a massive one. And then your WWE SmackDown versus Raw games, man. Those were the OG ones.
Okay.
Very competitive. So what tends to happen is you guys would tend to play. And if the other one loses, he doesn't want to stop playing. So we end up playing until like past 12 at night because no one likes to lose, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
those were memories.
You never played anything like sports or anything, but you used to be like touchies was your thing.
Back in the day?
Yeah.
Nah, I used to play rugby, man.
Yeah, they say like that's the only thing. Like nothing, like tennis, whatever. It's just like rugby, that's it.
I used to be, like when I was younger, I was quite fast, but this was like pre-grade 5.
Yeah.
So I used to do athletics as well.
Then you became a chubster, okay.
Yeah, then I gained some weight, man. And yeah.
You know when you told me that, I didn't believe you. Like,
bro, I'll show you some photos. To give you some context. So I used to play rugby. When I started playing, I played on the wing. So that's like your Cheslin Kobe.
Yeah.
For those who don't know. And then I moved to number 8. Then I moved to number 7. This was grade 6.
You're getting big then.
Yeah. That's when I started putting on size. And then from grade 6 to grade 7, I went from playing number 7 to playing prop, which is your oxen chair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was quite chubby then.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now you mentioned, I saw this one post. This guy was asking the guys in the team now, in the squad, was like, what is the laziest position in rugby? You don't do work, useless position.
Some people might get mad at me, but I feel like the wing. I feel like if you're on the wing, you're right on the edge. And then it all depends on the style of play the other team plays. So if they play with the back line a lot, you tend to move around quite a bit. But if they play with the forwards, you rarely do any work. So I actually enjoy that position because of it, man. You can just hang out on the
right.
I actually played both. So okay. I started on left and then they moved me to right.
Yeah.
I actually played a lot of positions over the course of my career.
If you went to prop, of course you went back.
Yeah, man, I was all over. That's why I know rugby so well now, you know.
Yeah, okay, coach.
I'm gonna be coaching the Springboks one day.
Okay, see. Yeah. Then when was the like the mind shift? Like, okay, now I put a lot of weight. I need to tone it down and stuff.
I think this was grade 10 was where I really started losing weight. But it wasn't even, to be honest with you, it wasn't
But anyway, all I can say, like, you still had a lot of weight in first year.
Yeah, man, that was the second coming of the weight.
What's again?
It was a second coming, man. That
Okay.
was
The second wave of COVID.
yeah. I'll walk you through it now. So initially I lost weight in grade 10, but that was because when you young and you're a kid, kids don't have filters, so they would tell you to your face, yo.
They used to tell you.
Yeah, man, you fat now,
Yeah.
And so that used to get to me. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna start like really putting in the work and losing the weight. And then lost too much weight to the point where I was being called skinny.
Yeah.
So I had to pick it up again. And then I was fine. But first year, second year, they call it the first year curse. It's a thing.
Yeah.
So you didn't experience it.
Now you're eating out and everything.
Hey, bruh, McDonald's, KFC.
Yeah.
Because remember, I'm from a small town. We don't see those restaurants.
So you're like
I was indulging, man. I was indulging. So gained a lot of weight first year, second year. And then I was surrounded by a lot of friends. Like my friends were guys that were fit.
Yeah.
Even the girls were like fit. So a lot of that, I guess, rubbed off on me. And then I think this was 2019, November, December. I really decided, this summer I'm going to use to lose the weight. Yeah. And then, shook off the weight. And ever since then, been controlling it quite well.
I think I read it in one of the books. Say like, even if you're not working out, but if you hang around with people that are working out, it will rub on you.
It'll rub off on you.
You have to.
100%, man.
There's no way you hang around with people that are doing great things and there's you, the outcast. There's no way.
Exactly. Because you sort of feel left out, man. When they have those conversations about, I have to go to the gym today. And why did you train at the gym today? Exactly. And asking each other, so what time are we going to gym? I'll meet you then. You just here on the side, Yeah. So that definitely had an effect on me and motivated me to go more.
Yeah.
And
And come back to the gym in the mornings. Don't just stand by off yours. I don't understand. They should work around your schedule. Like tell them like in the mornings.
I think let's start. I think you should tell the people what time you go to the gym in the morning, man. And then we'll ask who's the crazy one over here.
The crazy one is you. I find you there every time. So you go there at 4:30.
Yeah, so although it was
okay, I stay 5 minutes away from the gym.
Yeah, for
this
context.
man stays like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's a drive.
And I find you there at the gym.
Yeah, so in order to gym in the morning and make it to work on time, which is work starts at 7:30. So I would wake up past 4.
Yeah.
Eat breakfast, get dressed.
You'll eat.
Yeah. No, you need the energy for the gym, man. You go hungry.
Yeah.
Nah, man. If I go hungry, I feel like I can't give the maximum output. Like I feel weaker. Okay. So that's why breakfast first thing, get dressed.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm at the gym at 5. Work out 5 to 6. Come back, get ready for work.
Okay.
But I've fallen off of that routine lately. So, but don't worry. Next week I'm back. Man.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Oh, then there's just gonna go through this because like when you talk to two people, there's a lot that they say. Now you wanna go through everything.
Yeah.
Not gonna cover everything. Yeah. So I asked one. What is like any moment that you went you went through a tough moment and stuff like that, right? And how did you come out of it and all that? Like that showed him like you're becoming like a man now. You're becoming like this grown person. It was like this one time you never fought, but this one time you were about to fight and all that, and he was the one that started it, but you just collected yourself and all that, and and one thing that he wanted to say was, I asked him, I hope I find it here. Actually, you know what? Because I quoted him word for word. I'm gonna try and find it. Nief. Okay, control find. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So the question was, if he was to give you like advice, like at your younger age and all that, as a teenager, what would it be? So he told me, word for word, just say it as it is. So it was like, keep on pushing Nief and you'll get on top. So yeah, that's one thing that he told me. And then he told me I was just like trying to get the dynamics of the family and all that, like how you grew up and all that. So we had a discussion about that. And then he mentioned like you a goal-oriented person. So I guess I was like, yeah, if he's like that, of course he wouldn't be chubby now. So if he was not, so stuff like that. Then trying to check like our varsity. Why you didn't? I was told never had sense of fashion. So what do we see right now, right here?
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, you rock up on classes.
Jamie smiling over there.
You rock up to classes with pluckies and all that.
Yeah. When I got to uni, I didn't know how to dress at all, man. To be honest with you, up until that point,
yeah,
whatever my mom bought for me is what I wore. I don't really care much, you know.
Yeah.
But I think that was also the nature in my hometown, like back in the day. Like, you see your friends dress a certain way, you dress a certain way, you know?
You don't care. Yeah.
You didn't really, not even that you didn't care, it's just you didn't realize that this isn't fashionable. It didn't register with you, you know?
Yeah, for me, it was just whatever I have, I just wore it. Like, I just don't think twice about it.
Yeah, exactly. And so when I got to uni, it was a whole different world, man. It was like the way the other guys were dressing.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, okay. So there's actually a standard to this.
You're like,
and,
I'm just a boy from a small town.
Yeah. So ever since then, I really started thinking a lot more about what I wear.
Yeah.
To the point now I absolutely love like fashion. So
Fashion,
yeah. I really put a lot of thought into what I buy into.
If engineering or money wasn't a thing, it would be a fashionable person.
Yeah. It could be better, man. Yeah, it could be better.
You'll be doing that. Okay. Then fast track. Out of high school stuff, we tapped into the personal stuff a lot. Then varsity, going in high school, when did you start like saying like, okay, you know what, I want to do mechanical engineering?
Initially, I actually didn't want to do mechanical. I actually initially wanted to do process engineering.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I wanted to be in your field, man. But that was a lot because my mom was saying I should, go for process engineering. My dad was a lot on civil engineering. For some reason, I was leaning towards process engineering. But I actually, in primary school, wasn't as like goal-driven and focused, I would say. So my grades were okay, but they weren't great. But they were two massive turning points for me. The first one was in grade 7. One of my teachers, he was my maths teacher, Meneer Hubert. He gave the class a very difficult question.
Yeah.
That was a bit higher than like grade 7 level. And he gave us some time to do it. He left the classroom, came back, and I was the first person he asked, so what's the answer? And in primary school, I was a very shy guy. So I answered the question, but I answered it very, like, with a low tone.
Yeah.
Almost like I don't want the rest of the class to hear my answer because I'm not sure about my answer.
First one,
Yeah. And so he told me, now speak up. Like, what's your answer? And so I said my answer. And he looked at me and he said, that answer is 100% correct.
Okay.
And I'll never forget, he told me, you need to start trusting yourself more. And trusting how smart you are. You're actually much smarter than you think you are. Right? And those words really stuck with me to the point where I really started applying myself at school and started seeing the results. So grade 7, I was one of the the top students in the class. Actually ended the year like that. And then the second turning point was in high school. So because of the transition period, my grades actually dropped off a bit when I got to high school. But then I think you know how competitive I am.
Yeah?
Yeah. I always say being competitive is one of the best traits to have, man. But yeah. So
don't say anything. Because she knows.
So I remember it was the morning before school and a group of us were standing in a circle, but we were just having a conversation. And the topic was what we actually wanted to go study and be like maybe when I finish with school.
Yeah.
And I remember we were going person for person. And I was like, yeah, I actually think I want to do, still at the time, process engineering.
Yeah.
And one of the guys laughed. And he went, process engineering, you know, to qualify for engineering, you have to get like 80s in maths. And I don't think there's any way Cayghan can beat me.
Okay, challenging something.
And I was like, say less. And that was also a massive catalyst for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the point where I did beat him.
Yeah.
And
so the record straight.
Yeah, got some of my best grades and then went to engineering. So
yeah. Actually, I live off like on that kind of thing as well. But for me, it's like my boy back home. He'll tell me like, you can't do this. And I'll start doing that. So that's how he motivates me to do stuff again.
Yeah, but
to push me like, you know.
Like I feel like negative reinforcement is actually better than the positive.
The positive one.
Yeah, it motivates you a lot.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I usually, that's why even that time you asked me about the panel, then they asked me like, want the good news or bad news first?
Like, give me the bad news.
Give me the bad news. I'm like, yeah, what the good news? Like, what am I going to do with that? So yeah, I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Then, yeah, you mentioned like, then, because I was told, then your favorite subject was math.
Yeah.
So was it after that guy told you can't beat him then, or was still?
I always liked maths. But for some reason I thought, it's going to sound weird, but I thought maths was a lot harder than it actually was. Yeah. So I used to think that it's this really difficult thing to figure out, and when you get taught something new, it's going to take you a while to digest it and actually understand it. But once I really started looking at the subject differently, to say it's really not that hard, that's when I found that my grades really started improving in math specifically.
Yeah, okay.
But that was definitely my favorite.
Then when you applied, like, do you only apply to Stellis?
Oh, I applied to a few unis. One was UCT, Stellis, and Free State. Yeah. So my peeps always believed you have to have a plan B. You can't just go plan A and hope that it works out. So I applied for engineering at UCT in Stellenbosch, and then Free State I did law.
Yeah.
So the plan was actually I was going to go to UCT.
You're gonna start laughing at people.
I was actually
this. Going doing law. I wouldn't want you to be my lawyer.
But the way I can talk myself out of situations, I feel like I would have been a fantastic lawyer. Okay. I think Jamie can attest to that, man. Whenever she's mad at me, I can swing things real quickly.
Oh yeah, gaslighting me here.
Yeah, don't say that out loud, man. But yeah, I wanted to go to UCT, but then I think because of the fees must fall protest.
Yeah.
They were going to start only in March of that year. So that was literally the only reason I went to Stellenbosch.
Okay. Then Stellenbosch, you know you have to, when you apply, you must have like first option, second option. What was your first? First was, I guess, mechanical, then process, or what was?
No, first was mechanical. By that time, I forgot about the process engineering thing completely. So I did mechanical. I think I applied for medicine as well, which don't ask me why.
Yeah.
And then I think I applied for law there as well. So those were like my three options. Oh, and accounting.
Yeah. Yeah, they mentioned actually Ron and Oba King. I think one of them mentioned medicine and accounting. And I was like,
yeah.
Very far from engineering. So I was like, okay, let me just
in a completely different direction, man.
Yeah. So you are like my boys from high school when I met them actually. So out of all the things in this world, you decided to do your modules in Afrikaans.
Mhm.
Why?
All I can tell you is English wasn't Englishing back then. Eh? So families Afrikaans. I do have family that's English, so that helped a bit. But everyone in my hometown, mostly Afrikaans. My friends at home Afrikaans. At school did Afrikaans. So yeah, when I got to uni, it was like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had to go back in time, I probably would have gone with English because they anyway switched us after the second year.
Yeah.
So everyone did English after that. But I would say my English started really improving when I was in university because a lot of my friends at uni was English.
Yeah. My English improved when I met that one. All I'm saying is, if you have a chance, I never date an English girl.
I'd rather go Afrikaans, you say?
Nah, go Afrikaans any day because they'll correct you every single word that you say. They'll correct you.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble over here, man. You're really getting the evil eye over there, but
but okay, cool. Then you finished. Like, how was your performance? Like comparing the high school and the varsity.
Oof. Yeah, it was a bit of a dip there, man. I won't lie. When I got to uni, it was a lot to adjust to. You know what it means when they say get lost in the sauce.
You told me.
Oh, I got lost in the sauce when I got to uni. Partied a lot. Because that's how uni was sold to me, when I was younger. It's like, it's the best years of your life, right? And it is, but I feel like it should also be the worst years of your life because you're working incredibly hard to get that degree, But yeah, when I got to uni, I remember in my first semester. So I passed one module, like clean, and I had 4 or 5 rewrites in my first exam. Yeah. Managed to pull it out of the fire. And I think that was a massive wake-up call for me.
Yeah.
To say that, you're going to have to apply yourself. You can enjoy uni. You can still go out.
Yeah.
You can still have social times, but your work and your studies are going to come first. You're going to have to sacrifice a lot. And I think since then my mindset completely shifted.
Yeah, because that's what I was told as well. Like in high school, like, no, don't worry about girls. Just focus on your books and yourself. You know what you're gonna do after that in varsity? You will have a great time.
Oh man!
When I get there, I was like, what great time were they talking about again?
I'm still looking for the great times. Still trying to find these great times.
I was like, these great times, like I'm in books here. What's happening? I was like, no. Yeah.
Drowning up until your neck. But one thing I've noticed about uni is you have to surround yourself with people that do the same thing as you.
Yeah.
A lot of people get to uni and they try to go at it alone. They would maybe have friends from other departments that's studying other degrees.
Yeah.
And then in their own department, they don't really have any friends. And I've noticed those are the people that really tend to struggle a lot. I was lucky enough. I met some great people in my first year that I'm still friends with today.
Yeah.
And we really carried each other, man. Like the late nights together, all of that. Yeah. Really carried each other through.
Yeah, what you mentioned, like you guys will like study together, even though you're doing stuff in Africa and she was doing Then she was like, after that, engineering was not for her. She was like, nah, she dipped. So she decided to do the BCom stuff. So like I was like, oh, then it's like you guys you've been there for her when she was going through the most. Then some of the moments that she appreciates more was like she called you at some inconvenience times and all that, and then it will still show up for her.
Yeah, that's the OG right there, man.
Yeah,
that's the OG.
Yeah. Then you mentioned something about she mentioned how you would help her and how she will help you. But I remember with how she'll help you be more like of like reading stupid English stuff, like making sure the context and everything, because she was like into that. I can even tell like when I'm speaking to her, she's English. Yeah.
Yeah, man, she's English.
She's very English. Then Ruan mentioned like you start taking care of yourself. Like we're talking about the body mass and all that, like how you chabish, and then you started like taking care of your body and all that. And then mention like you started reading books and all. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually started with the I hated reading books, man.
Yeah.
Still do a little bit, not gonna lie. But that actually started with the 75 odd challenge that I was doing. So the 5 rules is 2 45-minute workouts a day, read 10 pages of a non-fiction book a day, drink 1 gallon of water a day. What's the other 2?
I forget about these things. I just remember you were like heading off on the just few more days before the end of the work.
It's a tough one to go through. But yeah, because of that challenge, I actually got into reading books.
No,
but I prefer non-fiction over like actual fiction books. Yeah.
I like
they really help you grow.
Exactly. I like things that happen, things that you can see like this can help me and all that. This adventure stuff, like I went to the moon and came back, like it's not working for me.
Yeah, man. I'll just watch a movie then, just put on a movie or put on the series and then get the whole story from there. It doesn't make sense to me to be reading those ones.
Yeah, but let me just skip this. Then let me see. You finished Varsity. Then you started with your like graduate development program, Sasol, and then how was the adjustment like from Varsity coming here
to this side? That was a different one, because at uni you still had someone that would cook for you, because you could go to the cafeteria, get some food. You have the cleaning ladies coming by cleaning your room at least once a week. But now when you get to like the work environment, it's a different thing. You have to cook for yourself. You have to clean after yourself. Even just buying the furniture and all of that, man, that was a massive adjustment for me. But it's also one of the things that I was most proud of, because I managed to settle in fairly quickly, and without much help. Like I didn't have to phone back to my parents for much. Managed to sort myself out. In terms of the adjustment to work, that was a different environment. So I remember with the graduate development program, you do your rotations. And I remember doing the first 6 months, and something that I really struggled with is you get shifted around quite often. So you'd spend like max 4 weeks in a department before they move you somewhere else. So you're constantly having to readjust and getting to know the new environment, getting to build new networks. So that was quite challenging for me in my first year, I would say.
Sure. Okay. So, I just want to get it with you guys there. How do you learn in one environment for a month and move to another?
And it constantly happened, man.
I'm trying to figure out, like, they come a point where you just go there, you learn, and then after learning, you want to apply what you learn and all. But for you, it's like you have to learn, apply now, like.
And the most tricky part about that was actually, so they want you to be able to connect your different rotations into the bigger picture. So that was the difficult part. Even to this day, sometimes I struggle with doing that connection in order to actually do your problem solving in your day-to-day job. But I'm glad that I went through that, because you build a lot of networks, like I said, that you still use to this day. So I know if I have this problem, I can phone this person that can provide me with the information that I need. So the first year, you really have to see it as you're building a network more so than even gaining knowledge. Like the network part of it, I would say, is more crucial than anything.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yes, yeah. I guess that's the good side of it. Building that network.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Then a couple of questions here. So let's see which one I'll start first with. Good thing about it, you guys have a process side. It's simple. Operations, projects, back to operations, or whatever your specialty, wherever you want to go. Right?
Oh, you mean the rotation?
Yeah, the rotation.
I thought you meant the work, man.
No, not the work.
Because sometimes I feel like you guys are speaking a different language.
So, yeah, right? Then, but for you, I know like you guys rotate to, I don't know, specific equipment, maybe rotating equipment. You go to projects, you get exposure to the project management side. Like what else like are you guys getting exposure to?
So they send us to like the design environment as well, so you can get that design knowledge. And then there's another one in your piping rotation, where you really get to learn about the ins and outs of piping and piping components. And then another rotation that was quite different but also very helpful is your metallurgy rotation.
Okay.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them where they send us your inspection, maintenance, rotating equipment. So it's a bunch of rotations that they send you to.
Yeah.
And they expect you to learn in every single one and then readjust, learn again, readjust, learn again. So yeah, that's how ours are set up.
Yeah.
It's different from yours, yeah.
Okay. Then looking at your side, which side do you enjoy most? Because I see most of the mechanical engineers, they become the PMs, or you're gonna go to reliability and
Definitely not, man. So I actually enjoy plant support the most, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I think close second would be design, because it's very technical and you're having to apply your brain a lot and do a lot of problem solving. To be honest, man, I didn't like the projects environment at
You don't like
all. I didn't like it at all, man. But to each their own. I just feel like in the projects environment, I felt like I wasn't doing any like real engineering work. If you understand what I'm saying.
You're doing it's not like a plant support. You're
doing more of like a management role and people management and
on the PM side.
Which is great for your people skills that you develop there. But in terms of like the technical knowledge, I didn't enjoy it that much.
But if your projects are on construction, then it's better for someone who's in piping. I see like there's someone piping, field engineer and stuff.
But they tend to outsource a lot of it.
Yeah.
So
you as a client,
it feels like you sort of see the scraps of the technical work in that environment.
Yeah.
I think with this I might be upsetting a lot of people.
No, I told people that whatever we discuss here is our opinion. So if they have a different view,
man, if you're into PM, go for it.
Go for it. Yeah. So check. Like how did you manage like complexities of working a cross-functional team? Maybe you need someone from process to give you something. You need someone from metallurgy. So how do you communicate with the guys, ensure like the message gets across?
So one of the big things I try to do is whenever the opportunity arises where they need input from me, I try and get to them as quickly and concise as possible, so that I can sort of try and get the same energy back. And you always try to sort of understand the point of view that they're coming from. Don't step on their toes. Don't go into their area too much, because a lot of the things when you recommend something or you change something on the plant, you could be crossing over that line. For instance, you're crossing the line from mechanical to process engineering, where it affects a lot of their work.
Yeah.
And then just keeping everyone involved and informed when you make decisions, and also involve everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then let's see. I know you guys have special computers there at B&E. What is it you use there? Like, is it for CAD, or is it FEA, or what is it?
Yeah. So
what do you use it for?
They use it for a lot of design work. For instance, when you do your FEA. Unfortunately, so I actually didn't do my rotation on that side.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't get a lot of that exposure, which I'm still bummed about. But also it was a blessing, because I got to learn from a very experienced engineer.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of software in there, a lot of CAD modeling, and then you go into your FEA software. I forgot what it's called. What's it called again? ANSYS.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of ANSYS exposure there as well. If you had to ask me to do one of those right now, I'd be clueless though. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Jamie's the one that's a lot more well versed on that.
Yeah, you were busy with the delivery.
Yeah,
Delivery
essentially.
But yeah. So are there like any like technical skills that you have developed like over your program and that you have applied like in the real world?
Oof, a lot, man. A lot. From your simpler issues to your more complex issues. So I actually really started feeling a lot more confident technically this year, because I got to learn from a fantastic senior mechanical engineer at the plant that I'm supporting. So, wait, sorry. I'm back with that question again. What's the question again?
No, it was just like the technical skills that you've acquired that you have applied in the real.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, definitely. All the knowledge with regards to your inspection, your maintenance, your design knowledge, all of that, I definitely got the opportunity to apply it. One of the big ones that I did was a fitness for service on a bend that had low wall thickness area. So fitness for service is basically you need to prove that this bend is still safe to operate, or this component is still safe to operate, even though it maybe has a defect or it has a low wall thickness that's below the minimum. So that was pretty cool, because in order to do it, you need a lot of inputs from, for instance, your inspection. You have to give them guidance on how you want them to take the inspections, because you have to use that in your calculations, and then you need the metallurgical input. So that was definitely one of those moments where I really could feel like, oh, okay, so this is where I can apply the technical skill and technical knowledge.
Yeah, Rowan mentioned like you worked on. I don't advise people to do it, but if push comes to shove, you should do it. You're working overnight on some formula and all that, and somehow you got like compliments or recognition for it and all that. You still remember? It's your first year. You're an old man now.
First year of uni, or
no. Like still, yeah, when you're working and stuff. So I couldn't get like enough there. So I thought maybe it will just.
Oh, I think I know which one you're speaking about now. Yeah. So it was a case of they were doing repairs on one of the vessels on our plant, and in order to do the repairs, you have a process where it goes through a verification to see if. So inspection and design does their checks where they see if the repair is sound. So they do like what they call a design verification, where they basically check the design of the repair scope. And it came back to me the day after. So I did my panel, and then right after they called me to say there's some calculations missing from the report that we didn't include. So that night I actually worked on it because that was a Thursday. So they had to get it signed on Friday so that they can do the work on the weekend. Yeah, so that was one of those moments where I really wanted to go above and beyond to sort of prove myself and also to win the trust of the plant. Because that's very important, where they give you a problem and you can sort of solve it under pressure. It buys a lot of trust from them, and then it just makes your job a lot easier if the plant trusts you.
Yeah, you see, like you mentioned, like the plant to make sure the plant trusts you. You know, like the engineers, they're bad with communication skills and stuff.
Yeah, inherently, yeah, definitely.
So they're bad. So for someone who's coming fresh out of varsity, coming into an industry, what is it that you can just tell them, like, hey, this is something that you should just be careful of, or this is something that you should change?
With regards to coming into the program?
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing would be, if I had to sum it up in one sentence, is don't be afraid to look stupid. Because there's a lot of cases when I was going through the program, earlier in the program, you'd have a question. Because, I mean, if you have a question, it means that there's something that you don't know. So there's knowledge missing there, and there's a gap there. So if I would have a question, but then I would always think, this is probably a stupid question. And I would end up not asking it, only to find out later on that it's very valuable information that I potentially could have missed out on. I've been lucky enough, it found its way back to me.
Yeah. For you to do something, you need to know what exactly that is.
Yeah. So even later on, as you go through the program and you get more knowledge, you expected to know more things. But there's going to be cases where you don't. So even in that case, if you have a question to your senior mechanical engineer that you feel like he's probably going to think that's a stupid question or you should have known this, ask the question, because at the end of the day, you need that knowledge. And it's better to look stupid in the moment than miss out on the knowledge and the experience. So, I would say just don't be afraid to look stupid.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I have 4 questions here. I'm going to need you to pick 2 out of 4. And then on the last section, I have 5 questions. I need you to pick 3. So, to make it quick. So, first section is just more on the industry challenges, collaboration, and she considerations while you're doing the design and stuff like that. So out of 4, just pick 2.
Those are some tough ones, eh?
I thought.
But okay.
Okay, so 1 to 4. Choose a number between 1 and 4.
Let's go lucky number 3, man.
And 3. Okay, third one. Here's the longest one. Yes. Okay, so in the energy and the petrochemical sectors, teamwork is often essential, right? So can you share an example of a time when you had to collaborate with the other engineering disciplines or engineering departments or production, stuff like that? And what do you learn from that experience?
One case that I can think of is we currently busy doing a design mod on one of our equipment on site. So it's one of those cases where we've had reoccurring failures happening over and over and over.
Yeah.
And a big part of that is you have to conduct the inspections first to see what exactly failed. There you need your process engineering colleagues, you need your metallurgical engineering colleagues, you need your reliability engineering colleagues, because they're driving the root cause analysis, where you try and determine exactly what caused the failure. And from all of that input, we actually concluded that we need to do design upgrades. But the design upgrades actually ended up influencing the process engineering scope as well. So that's a great example of where we needed that input to say, okay, these are the changes we need to make. What changes on the process side? No, that's not going to work. We need this type of flow. We need it to be at this pressure. This is the different operating cases that you're going to see. You go to your metallurgical engineering colleague, he's going to tell you, this material isn't going to work in this service. You should rather go with this one. So that was really a case where through that collaborative effort, I'm still in the process of completing it, but so far I have a lot of information with regards to actually putting a design upgrade together. So that was a good one.
So I guess you can't work as an island.
You can't work as
an island.
Nah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Everyone is needed.
Need everyone.
Yeah. So last one. Choose a number again.
I'm gonna go 2.
2. Okay, and then let's see. So what are some of the current trends and challenges in the petrochemical and energy industry that you observed during your training? The man now is not in training. He finished his training. So by the time this episode is out,
that was a long time ago. A long time ago. I would say, you mean my own personal challenge or challenge that's facing the company?
Which one do you want?
I'll go with the company one, man.
Yes.
I would say the biggest challenge facing Sasol right now is costs versus safety. And I'm not saying it in a way where we're sacrificing safety.
Yeah.
It's just a case of we're very cash constrained at the moment. And so because of our focus on safety, it introduces a lot of challenges with regards to where you see the cash flow going. So that's, in my opinion, a big thing that's facing the company right now. I don't want to say too much.
Safety. When you mean safety again, more like with this environmental compliance things.
And also in terms of
limits that we have to adhere to.
Exactly.
Different changes that are happening in this green energy. People are trying to go this way. So
there's certain limits and goals that we need to reach.
And we already had this plant. It was designed long time ago based on this specification.
Exactly.
So now you're trying to change things again. So we're trying our utmost best to do
and best. Also just long-term view.
Yeah.
As a mechanical engineer, you put a lot of focus on what we need to repair now, and what we need to look out for now, so you can get the best out of your equipment in the long term.
Yeah.
But because of the cash constraints, that becomes a really difficult outlook.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. So I told you it was industry challenges, collaboration, and she considerations. So I guess the she considerations you skip. That one. Then looking into the career path now, we have 5. So just choose 3. Actually, make it 2 so we can go back here. So choose 2 questions between 1. Just choose number between 1 and 5.
Let's go 2.
2. Okay. What is one piece of advice you would offer someone? You would offer to someone about to start a similar program in mechanical engineering, especially in a specialized industry, our industry, energy, petrochemical.
I think I've already mentioned this, but the question thing, once again, don't be afraid to look stupid. Ask a lot of questions, even if they're dumb questions. And then secondly, I would say build a lot of networks, and don't be shy to go speak to your senior engineers.
Yes.
I was incredibly intimidated by them when I got here, but they're the guys that have the most experience, they have the most knowledge. So definitely, if you have a question, go and speak to them.
Yeah.
You will not regret it. You get a lot of information from them. And yeah, I'd say that would be my advice.
Yeah. Where again, it was like even me when I started, then I got a mentor that is senior. Then I was like, nah, these people are like normal people we can have a chat with. So
Definitely.
it was like I was not like intimidated by any that I see every day. So it was like just ask them, and they have a lot of information. And one thing I learned about just being in the program again. Okay, I'm gonna get cancelled.
Now you
like
gotta
I got more help from the seniors than our colleagues, people our level, be in the program. You'll ask them something simple. They'll tell them, like, I don't know. You don't even making an effort to figure out what it is. Yeah. It was like, I don't know. It was like, it's your problem. Like, I don't know. So my thing from second year into the program was like, I'm not going to waste my time, asking someone that is on my level because they probably won't know. So might as well just,
And unfortunately, you get people that's really willing to help you. Most people are going to be willing to help you. But you're going to get some guys that they're just going to feel like you're taking up space. Like, what's this guy even doing here? Like, you are going to get that. Don't let it throw you off. There's a lot more knowledge out there. There's people out there that know a lot more than this person does.
Just because one person doesn't help, like there's thousands of them out there.
Yeah, man. It's a massive knowledge pool.
Yeah.
That's what I'm so grateful for about this program is there's so many sources where you can get your information from.
Yeah. If you find someone who doesn't know, they'll refer you to someone who knows.
Exactly.
Yeah. So second one. Which one? Yeah, second number.
Let's go 5.
This one is easy for you. Okay, what soft skills did you find most valuable during your training? We talked about it anyway, but how did you develop them?
Which soft skills did we talk about? Just want to tie on to that.
Any soft skills, like what soft skills do you find most valuable? Just talked about the connections part.
Yeah. I don't want to say that again. I'm thinking I should.
Something else.
Be something else. No, man, but that is the truth. Yeah. The biggest thing is building networks. I can't stress it enough.
Yeah.
I would say soft skills, building networks, and coming back to the projects thing, people management. I feel like that's one thing I'm grateful for from that rotation that I could carry into the plant support, because people are going to upset you, man. They're going to get under your skin. You got to learn how to deal with it, and just have the people management skills to be able to especially manage your stakeholders. Whenever you're dealing with a problem, making sure that they are informed. I think that's the biggest thing, especially in the plant support environment.
Exactly. My current manager, or your previous manager during the delivery,
Ishmael.
Was telling me, was like, we made a reference to me in the meeting. He was like, ask Greg, there's some guy in production that was messing him up and all that. You just tell him, like, you need to be patient with these guys. So,
You're going to be tested.
Yeah, but looking back into your GDP, what is it that you would have done differently?
What I would have done differently? I think I would have definitely spoken to the seniors sooner, like way sooner, like in my first 6 months already.
Yeah.
2 reasons, just to build that relationship with them a lot sooner, because I remember my 6-month panel, you presenting to a group of guys and they're asking you questions that you don't even know. And I feel like it would have helped me a lot if I had gone into that specific panel.
Yeah.
Having known them a bit more. So I think that's one thing that I would do differently. And then secondly, I would have asked more questions. Like I mentioned sooner. I definitely feel like I still missed out on a lot of knowledge because I didn't ask the right questions. But it's a balance because you also don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't know what questions to ask. So yeah, I would have started with the silly ones.
Yeah.
And build my way up.
Let me see. My side, additional to that, I wish I would have used my home languages to get my way.
Oof.
With the
Oof.
most of the time.
Yeah.
It's just that I made a promise to myself from Varsity. I was like, I'll stick to this language that I don't know because of someone. But yeah.
Yeah, but it's actually so true what you're saying. The way
I would have got things done very fast. Yeah,
speaking a certain language, it helps.
It helps, and such is life. Like that's part of life. It helps. So I wish I would have done that a lot. My life would have been easy. It wouldn't be a hassle and stuff. Yeah, not that it was hard, but I'm just saying it would have been a lot easier.
A lot easier, definitely.
A lot easier. But yeah. But let's see. We covered like advice to give someone coming into the industry. Then someone who's starting mechanical engineering, like in Varsity. What advice would you give them? I mean, you mentioned
don't get lost in the sauce. It's the first one.
Yeah.
That's definitely the first one. Take it day by day. When you start out, for some people, it's going to be very overwhelming.
Yeah.
I remember it was incredibly overwhelming for me. I remember fetching out textbooks and seeing the size of those things. The same day I phoned my dad. I was like, I don't think this lifestyle is for me. But that advice actually came from him. He said, take it day by day, stick it out, and really put in the work and surround yourself with people that do the same thing as you and help each other. You're going to make life so much more difficult for yourself if you try and push through on your own. Help each other, try and guide each other. You have that support system there, so use it.
Yeah, okay. Last thing, just covering what actually it was so weird. Like some of the things that were said by everyone was said by Obama was like, hey, this is weird. And I spoke to one at 2, then at 3 o'clock, I spoke to Obama. I was like, I feel like you guys had a chat before me. Yeah. It was just like some general things, like when you first get to know someone, not that when you first get to know, when you're comfortable with someone, you go all out and all that. You once you get comfortable, you talk. You talk, and most of the guys they know like they can rely on you. Like you go all out for the people that you love and all that. I was like, I see that. I mean, like it's been said by someone who's like a family, and then someone who's like a friend. So,
yeah, definitely.
So I mean, yes, keep being there for people around your life and all that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, well, and go to the gym. That's our therapy.
Oh yes,
not people.
Yeah.
I
wonder if Jody's watching this.
He'll start telling you, are you a boy or what? You can't talk about your feelings. Like this boy.
Don't talk about your feelings. Just go to the gym.
Yeah, go to the gym. Pump the iron, and that's how you're gonna get things done.
Yeah, and men don't cry. I'm joking. Cry kings. Cry kings. And now we're gonna get cancelled for this, man.
You're gonna cry.
You just cut that part out.
Yeah, you cry in front of a girl. That's all you cry. You cry in front of a girl. Then when you go out there, you're like, I'm a strong guy. I don't cry. Okay. Yeah. 2 more questions. Let's pick up here again. Let's see.
These ones scare me more than anything, man.
You know what?
2.
2.
Let's go back to back.
Back to back. Okay.
Yeah, they will stop too.
Okay, let's see. What scares you the most and why?
I think the thing that scares me the most at this point is losing my parents. I think that's the thing that I fear more than anything.
Yeah.
And it's a cycle of life.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna come at some point, but yeah, that's definitely the thing that
You'll never be ready for.
I'll never be ready for that, man.
Yeah.
Never be ready for that.
Okay. Then if you could ask anyone for help, who would it be and why?
As in the person that I
Yeah.
go to for help. Definitely depends on the situation.
Give me a scenario.
If I
Okay,
get
now
myself-
actually, let me give you a scenario.
Okay, go for it.
You wake up your own day, you already have a name. Right now, no. You mentioned the man is plus side now. You know you need money now. Who are you calling? You need to change your tires, all of them. No, actually,
No,
not.
no,
You
no,
have to
you can't
change.
say no.
You can change the tires, but you don't have the cash, but you have to. Yeah.
Who am I calling first?
Yeah. Like, like, hey, cough 10K now, then they'll cough it.
I feel like it'd be safe to call my dad in that scenario. Depending on what I did with my money to get into that situation, because that question is going to come up. But also one of my cousins is also one of my best friends. Not Rowan. He lives in Joburg. His name's Levio. I think he's probably one of the first people
You call.
that I would call if I get into trouble.
Okay.
Even in that scenario.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then now you're talking about trouble. When I spoke to Bakin, I was like, what is the most embarrassing thing that you've done?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't tell me.
Okay. She said I must answer.
Yeah. She didn't tell me, but she was like dancing. I don't know. Is it a party or something?
Nah.
What did you do?
I think
Dancing.
I think she's just trying to diss me over there. So Oba King is under the impression that your boy can't dance.
Okay.
But Greg, these feet, man.
They move.
Oh, they move, man.
Show me something.
They move.
There's a camera there.
Well, I need music. It can't just be dancing to nothing. But yeah, it's a sight to see. It's a sight to behold. So I don't know what she's talking about over there. I think even Jamie can attest. I'm a great dancer, né?
That was convincing. Okay.
Yeah. You must just turn the sound up in that part.
Okay, bonus one. Let's go. Is there something I can? Hey, why is this about me now?
Switch it to you. Yeah, you can answer it, man.
Okay. Yeah, is there something I can do better that I'm not doing now?
Is there something you can do better, Greg?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What is it?
Because I see when your girlfriend's looking over at you right now. You can take me on more dates. You can buy you more flowers.
Kiss flowers. There's nothing unusual for her. What is it that I can do better? Okay, let's say the podcast.
I think you're doing a great job with it, man. What are you talking about?
Okay.
You just told me that you used to edit. Do the people know this?
Yeah, the reflection one that I did, but I don't think
So I think you're putting in the work, man.
Yeah.
It's growing. Yeah. You're growing. So
yeah.
Don't be hard on yourself, bro.
I'll try. Okay, any last words of wisdom to the people there?
I'm gonna throw a quote in here.
Okay.
So one of my favorite quotes that I heard on a podcast actually is, you've already achieved the things you said would make you happy. Do you hear that one?
Yeah.
One needs different.
Yeah. You already have.
So with that in mind, always strive for your goals. Always work hard to reach them.
Yeah.
But don't forget to look back and see how far you've come and enjoy the moment and live in the moment.
Perfect. Can't get any better than that. But yeah, thank you for having a discussion with me. And until we meet again, maybe
Until
in
tonight
10
when the
years.
Springboks play.
Yeah,
we'll definitely talk tonight.
Oh yeah, whatever. But yeah, thanks, Mimir. I hope someone who's watching will be watching this will learn something that we discussed here, like I usually say. But yeah, appreciate it. And for the people there, like, share, subscribe, and the works of the social media. So, cheers. We out.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers.